Just dropped troops off at the local Toyota dealer. Elegant dismount. It's probably the best pepper steak pie I have ever had because it's really peppery so much. It's so good and so peppery that my nose won't stop running.
We're Paul and Tan and we're travelling around Australia in our Troopy. We've left the nation's capital, heading back to the less travelled places and find ourselves in a rather eerie camping situation. Please hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying our content. It really helps us to grow our channel. Enjoy the video. We're on our way to our next campsite, and we're there a bit early. We don't want to get there too early, so we've gone on a bit of a drive just out of town. It's about 20 k's actually. We're in search of a historic bridge called the Tamers Bridge, which crosses the Murrumbidgee River, and you know how we feel about bridges. So we're going to give this one a crack. We're just about to drive down the hill towards it, but we can't see it yet. Appropriate for walking on either, but we'll give it a crack. Is this a parking area? I think it is. Over the metal stile, down to the floodplains, salvages felted green, conservation adrift. Okay. Not sure what goes on. We'll see, we'll give it a try. Elegant dismount.
Got an audience.
Hello, girls. All right. It's a ripper.
Let's go.
Look at these trees. That's actually, what's this on here? Apricots?
Apricots. Or is it? Could be.
Yeah. What are they? It's apricots. morning and welcome back. It's Monday and our car is in. We've just dropped Troops off at the local Toyota dealer to have a service, and we are on foot for the entire day. So we've got to find about 8 hours worth of walking to do in this little country town. We are in Yass in New South Wales. We kind of went into the information bureau yesterday and kind of asked if what we could do. So there's a walking trail that we're doing this morning, goes around the river. We might just go a little bit further because we need to kill some time. It's not too bad actually. It's quite a nice little walk through, come out the other side of town, and we're heading parallel with the river. Paul's going to go down and have a look, I reckon. It's not moving too much. Yeah, so we've got a bit of time to kill today. We can wander around up and down the street. It's a nice little town, so you know, there's actually a library too. We can actually go and hang out and sponge some internet if we need it. We've just gone and treated ourselves to some breakfast, so we're fully nourished for our exercise today. And yeah, we won't be able to pick the car up till late this afternoon. So yeah, thoughts on what we might do? Walk up and down the street a few times. It's going to be hard.
There's 2 pubs here, so we've got lunch covered.
True. Lunch, we just had breakfast. Jeez. Anyway, we'll figure something out. But yeah.
It's going to be what, 35 today?
34,
apparently.
I think. But it's very humid again.
Yeah, so I think if we can be in the pub by 10.
It's currently 9:15.
Yeah, and out by 4. Should be
good.
Should see the day out. The river must be the other side of those bushes.
It
You
is.
can hear it.
Yeah. So I guess there's a few rivers. There's the Murrumbidgee, and what was this one? The Hume. The Hume. Yeah, this is the Hume River. So must be flood country because there's a lot of markers around, and historically the bridges around here have mostly been demolished by floods, haven't they? And rebuilt over time.
There's a rabbit coming up through the rocks.
There's a rabbit somewhere. There's those. I can see a couple of those blue wrens, butterflies. There's all sorts of wildlife around. And how crazy were the birds this morning? So we camped at the caravan park, and when we got there yesterday, there was a bunch of galahs, weren't there?
Yeah.
Loads of them, all up in the tree right above where we were camping. And then they went crazy just before sundown, which is quite late here. It's about after 8. And then this morning at stupid o'clock, we'll go with 5:30, they're at it again. Crazy noise, so many birds. I mean, it's really nice.
They're quiet during the night, but
yeah, they are. I shouldn't complain because the wildlife is fantastic. I love it. Found a little cool spot closer to the river. Ah, that's nice. Hi YouTube, good morning. We are leaving yesterday. We're heading south, down to South New South Wales to a National Parks campground tonight. So we have to backtrack through some of the roads that we've already been on to get to this place. So yeah, we've loved it here. It's been really nice. Even the whole day yesterday of spending the day wandering around on foot in the town wasn't even a chore. Time went really quickly. We found, you know, enough to occupy us for the day, so which is surprising because we thought we'd struggle with that, but no, it was good. So the car is all tuned again. Not that there was anything wrong with it. They said it was a pretty straightforward tune-up, so that's really great. We're stoked to be back on the road though, and we know now we're heading towards our big ferry ride. We're heading on the Spirit of Tasmania and looking forward to that so much. But in the meantime, we still have about 3 weeks, so we're gonna keep on enjoying the travels and finding some new places to show you. So as I said, we're heading down to South New South Wales, and tomorrow we'll cross over the border into Victoria.
Howdy, howdy. Heading down to a campground at it's called Nunnock Campground. It's a national park campground in New South Wales. It's about 150 kilometres away from here. So we're heading down towards Cooma. We've been through Cooma before on our way up into Kosciuszko, but we're going in a different way from the north. So scenery is just beautiful again. Looking forward to being in a campground, I think. How do you feel about that?
Instead of caravan park?
Yeah.
I can't remember much about this campground actually.
I think it's just a forest and trees. It's not like in the middle of the mountains or anything, but it looks like it could be peaceful. I'm not sure how many campsites there were or anything. We kind of booked it a couple of days ago, so we're heading towards Bright in Victoria. In the meantime, school holidays are coming up. We recognise that there's not going to be an awful lot around, so we're going to just try and wing it, do campgrounds if possible, and get the odd night at a caravan park. We are flying by the seat of our pants right now, but that's okay. So we've got tonight booked, we've got tomorrow night booked. We're heading down to Malakuta tomorrow to, I think it's called Shipwreck Campground. We managed to get the last spot in that small campground, and then after that we don't know. So we were just talking about it then and thinking that when we get to our campground today, we probably need to look at the next couple of days ahead and just try and get in when we can.
We've just arrived in Cooma, and we are going to pop into the snowy hydroelectric Discovery Centre to have a look and see what's going on in there. So we'll show you. Yeah. This is pretty cool. Now we can actually see where we've been. So we've been there. What's the next one? Tunnels. Oh, okay. This just shows you the different sections. Kuma for lunch, you know, and bakeries are pretty mandatory. And I've just got this pepper steak pie from Sandy's Hot Bakery. It's probably the best pepper steak pie I have ever had because it's really peppery so much. It's so good and so peppery that my nose won't stop running. It's absolutely to die for. If you like pepper steak, which I do, you need to get yourself to this bakery because pastry is awesome and the meat is just so, yeah, highly recommend Sandy's Hot Bake in Kuma. Far out. What's that? My eyes are watering, my nose is running, but it's so good. Whew. Okay, we're at the Geldmacher Mill in Namitabel, New South Wales. It's a old flour mill, I think, built in 1860s. So he was built it, a man called John Geldmacher built it single-handedly over a 7-year period, and it was used for milling flour. How cool. It's beautifully kept. So it's 150 years old, more. It's more than 150 years old. Wow. It says he built it single-handedly over 7 years. The man, John Geldmacher or whatever. How fantastic. Look at the brickwork. So it was a flour mill. It's so good. I'm going to have a look at it from the outside again. So this is opened up every day and locked up every night. Oh, I love this sort of stuff. Don't you? Love this stuff.
It's good that they restore and maintain these types of things.
Yeah, it is.
So we've just sadly seen a couple of wombats that were hit. Makes us really sad. They were fairly fresh, so they're right in the middle of the road. I'd say they've probably been hit by a truck. There's a fair few logging trucks coming through this area. Oh God, look at the clouds. What is going on? Please tell us we're not coming into rain. Oh no, what's that? It's not rain, is it? Oh my God. Oh, this is not good. I feel like it's precipitation. Stay tuned. Anyway, we're sad about the wombats. Oh no, is this another one? Oh no. That's 3 wombats in about 5 kilometres. And this, what is going on with this? This would have to be one of the weirdest weather experiences we've had so far. We weren't sure whether it was rain, smoke, or just clouds. It just kept becoming thicker, then disappearing and reappearing again. How bizarre. Yep, 14 kilometres up this road. What do you do with this? Okay, so
There's no other way of getting in.
no, this is the main road in. Hacker Swamp Road.
So it's going to take an hour to get in.
Okay, so what would you guys do here? We've got 15 kilometres of this. And we don't know what it's going to be like at the other end. Or would you find somewhere else to camp? Right.
it's not easy to find camping spots around that you can actually get into at the moment. We've decided we're going to go, but not really sure if we're making the right decision here. Yeah, we're just going to give it a crack, hey? The road is not too bad so far, but if it gets any more foggy like it was 5 minutes ago, I don't know if it's going to be worth it. Anyway, we'll keep you tuned. Looks like a scene out of a scary horror movie out there. Outside temperature's dropped about 10 degrees since we came in here, so it's just ridiculous. This campground didn't have set sites, so don't really know how many people are going to be in here, if any. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see when we get there. I think if the visibility was better, it wouldn't look so daunting. But the track looks pretty nice. I know.
This is like
yeah,
Barrington Tops.
it is.
All this,
yeah, it's really nice. Oh my goodness, it is beautiful in here. This is the campground. Kind of looks a bit spooky, but we have got some visitors. There's plenty of kangaroos. There's a toilet. There's an information board. There's about 3 or 4 campsites, and inside the bollards, I think it's tent parking or tent sites. Nobody here, not a soul, except us on the roofs. It's actually really cool. Slight sprinkling of rain. I think it's probably just mist. But yeah, we're just going to set up, and then hopefully, if the clouds kind of lift, we might be able to go for a bit of a walk. Looks like there's a couple of walk trails around here as well, so that would be really cool. So yeah, this is our spot for tonight. It's called Nunnock Swamp and Grasslands, and we're in the southeast New South Wales forest. We're deep in the forest, so yeah, it's cool though. We'll get set up anyway and we'll show you around a bit more. So this morning we looked at the temperature, the weather for the day, and it was supposed to be 34 degrees. Here we are in an absolute, oh, there's a kangaroo. We're in an absolutely, it's beautiful, but it's just not what we expected to be spending the afternoon. The fog is thick. Oh, there's 2 kangaroos. We're just going to go for a bit of a walk. It's actually been raining. And it sounds like it's worse than it really is in the car. I think it's just falling off the trees. But yeah, we just... Oh, look. Hey, guys.
Can you get them?
I think so. I don't think I've ever seen a fog this thick before. I mean, it was thick when we were driving up, hey, but it hasn't lifted at all.
No.
So we're going to just walk down to the end of the path here and see. We were hoping to see some wombats, but we haven't actually spotted any yet. But there's plenty of these guys. Look at them. They're not even worried about us, are they? Hello. There's not another soul around. We haven't heard or seen a car since we came down this track about 4 hours ago. So when you were coming down the track, what were you thinking?
I was just hoping to make it out alive, to be honest.
He was like a scene from that. What was that movie? Oh, come on, help me out here.
No.
The movie, that movie where...
Everyone gets massacred?
No, there was no talking in it. I think it was just like sounds and music, and I don't know, it'll come to me. Okay, so looking at the signs, there's a notice board, a signboard here with a map of the area and things. If we came in from the right, and if we continue going down the road to the left, it takes us out of the park to the other end of the park, but there's a few other campgrounds on the way.
Is there?
Yeah, there's about 2 or 3 other campgrounds, and there's a walk trail that links them together.
Yeah.
So this is it's eerie, but it's cool. Look at this.
It is so wet.
I know. It's actually raining here, I think. It's raining. We probably should go back, hey? Do you think?
Yeah.
Just in case it gets heavy again. Oh well, got to stretch the legs for 5 minutes. How extraordinary. Never would have expected this. It's eerily quiet as well. What was that movie? Oh, I don't think I even ever saw it. It was a real amateur. It was an amateur movie. I'm sure it was an amateur movie that was made, and then it became popular. It'll come to me.
Escaping crowds gets massacred in the high country.
No. Oh. Yeah. No, it'll come to me.
Thanks again for watching, and your support through hitting that subscribe and like button is very much appreciated. Don't forget to tune in next week, and if you're keen to watch some of our other trip episodes, here's some links. Thanks again, and we'll see you all in the next episode. Cheers!